incredible effect. First of all, the first part of what a war does, that it's not only something that one mourns about or thinks about, but actually the side effect of it is that we undertake to remove a very fundamental part of what we used to celebrate, not for that time, but forever, for generations to come. And that's like, you know, I don't want to really get into that so much, but that's a very powerful concept that you know, you maintain something with you, something that it's not just something that you mourn about, it's something that you relate to on a day-to-day basis. The last part speaks about not so much on a tziburi level, not so much on Klal Yisrael, but it goes down more to the individuals, each individual, each rabbi, what he symbolized and what his contribution was to Am Yisrael and to the Torah. And from there we see that when they passed away, we say that it was removed. You know, it's a very, very strong thing to say that when one person passes away, then the whole character trait or the whole midah goes with that person. Kavod Torah. You know, that's like a crazy thing to say, Rabbi Akiva or Chassidut. So then obviously, you know, the way that the Chachamim perceived those Rabbanim was obviously that they stood at the forefront of it. They were the pinnacle of what we consider these character traits or these midot. I just want to go quickly to the end of the Gemara. Okay. Okay. משמת רבי יוחנן בטלה חוכמה. תנו רבנן, משמת רבי אליעזר, no, okay, sorry. משמת רבי בטלה ענווה ויראת חטא. אמר לי רבי יוסף לתנא. לא תתני ענווה, אל תשנה בנוסח המשנה. I'm reading from the Schuttenstein. אל תשנה בנוסח משנה בטלה ענווה, משום דאיקה אנא. שהרי אני קיים, ואני ענוותן. ואם כן, לא בטלה ענווה מן העולם. We said that Anava passed away when Rabbi died. And Rabbi Yosef stands up and says, listen, you can't say that Anava, humility, has passed away because here I am, and I'm very humble. So this can't be happening. The next thing, Amar le Rav Nachman latana, לא תתנה יראת חטא דאיקה אנא. Rav Nachman says, listen, you can't say that yirat chet, the fear of chet, has passed away from the world because look at me, and I'm very scared, I'm around, and therefore there's yirat chet. Now, just on this point, first of all, it's obviously something that kind of seems very peculiar. How could somebody say about himself that he's humble and therefore there is humility in the world? I mean, that's like kind of, what are you talking about? That's like a contrast. And then also yirat chet, you know, I fear sinning and I'm so great at this and therefore there is yirat chet in the world. And when I thought about it initially, I said, you know, there's obviously this contrast which doesn't make sense. This oxymoron of sorts. And then when I thought about it, I thought that this might be, you know, there's a different way of looking at it. Maybe a different way of looking at it is that these Rabbanim, Rav Yosef and Rav Nachman, what they're saying is that they're actually taking upon themselves to declare that there is anava and there is yirat chet in the world because they are going to make sure that there is anava and there is yirat chet. Instead of thinking about it as them being so, you know, egotistical and haughty about themselves and thinking that they're so amazing, maybe you could say the exact opposite. Maybe you could say that they're so petrified of the idea that there wouldn't be humility, that they're taking upon themselves that responsibility of making sure that there will be humility, and it's on them, alehem. They're going to take that And because they said, look, I'm here, I'm going to make sure that happens. It's kind of a last gasp for making sure that these things stay. On a personal level, when I sat down to think about how I'm going to relate this to Ima and the Hazkara and how I feel, a few things came to mind, but that idea of that last gasp of holding on to something so precious and so important that it won't be removed from the world, that's something that this year speaks to me very much. And you know, when you, I heard every year, I hear, you know, that people say to me, you know, your brothers, your family, your father, you're all part of Ima, you're part of Mauzi's legacy. And I remember that very, very clearly when we buried Ima, and that I took it upon myself to be a legacy to Ima. And when you read this, I've got like some kind of an image of me trying to, and all of us, when I look around, I feel that this is very much true to my whole family, that there's this kind of last gasp of holding on to something that is so precious from being removed from the world. I'm very proud to say that you know, when we meet in these type of settings, that I feel the warmth and I feel the strength. Also, first and foremost from our family, and I really look around, and every year I feel that Ima, if she was here, should be very proud of all of us, and very happy and excited that you know, we've chosen our path, and we're doing the best that we can, and we're doing very great things, and we're all growing up to do amazing things. And you know, please God, may we take that lesson and the responsibility and just carry on Ima's legacy. The last thing that I wanted to say is that this year is the 8th year, and 8th year of Ima passing away. And 8, this is what I sent in there, 8 in Yadut is supernatural. It's a supernatural number, which basically means that God created the world in 7 days. So the 8th day is beyond nature, beyond the cycle of what nature is. And personally, I'm hoping and praying that this year will be a supernatural year for all of us, and that it's going to be very different. And I feel that it is very different in what it will mean for us as a family. We've got a new family, and that's just the beginning. And please God, maybe this year we'll all be connected. Oki and Karen, may they join our ranks, and we'll start something new and really supernatural. לא נשנה מנח מסכת סוטה ולה תשנה מינן לה בעלמא הדן ולה בעלמא דעתי. יהיה רצון לפניך אדוני אלוהינו ולאבותינו, שתהא טובתך אמונתנו בעולם הזה ותהא עמנו לעולם הבא. חנינה בר פפא, רמי בר פפא, נחמן בר פפא, אחי בר פפא, אבא מרי בר פפא, רפרם בר פפא, רכיש בר פפא, סורחב בר פפא, עדה בר פפא, דרו בר פפא. ערב נא אדוני אלוהינו את דברי תורתך בפינו ובפיפיות עמך בית ישראל, ונהיה כולנו, אנחנו וצאצאינו וצאצאי צאצאינו וצאצאי עמך בית ישראל, כולנו יודעי שמך ולומדי תורתך לשמה. מאוהבי תחכמני מצוותיך כי לעולם היא לי. יהי ליבי תמים בחוקיך למען לא אבוש, לעולם לא אשכח בפיקודיך, כי בם חייתני. ברוך אתה אדוני, למדנו חוקיך, אמן 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 סלע ועד. מודים אנחנו לפניך אדוני אלוהינו ולאבותינו, ששמת חלקנו מיושבי בית המדרש ולא שמת חלקנו מיושבי קרנות. שאנו משכימים והם משכימים. אנו משכימים לדברי תורה, והם משכימים לדברים בטלים. אנו עמלים והם עמלים. אנו עמלים מקבלים שכר, והם עמלים ואינם מקבלים שכר. אנו רצים והם רצים. אנו רצים לחיי העולם הבא, והם רצים לבאר שחת, שנאמר, ואתה אלוהים תורידם לבאר שחת אנשי דמים, ומרמה לא יחצו ימיהם, ואני אפתח בך. יהי רצון לפניך אדוני אלוהי, כשם שעזרתני לסיים מסכת סוטה, כן תעזרני להתחיל מסכתות וספרים אחרים ולסיימם, ללמוד וללמד, לשמור ולעשות ולקיים את כל דברי תלמוד תורתך באהבה. וזכות כל התנאים והאמוראים ותלמידי חכמים יעמוד לי ולזרעי, שלא תמוש התורה מפי זרעי ומזרע זרעי עד עולם, ותתקיים בי, בהתהלכתך תנחה אותך, ושוכבך תשמור עליך, והקיצותה כי תשיחך. כי ירבו ימיך ויוסיפו לך שנות חיים, אורך ימים בימינה ולשמאלה, עושר וכבוד. אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. יתגדל ויתגדל שמי רבה, ויתו אחי והתחדתה, להחיה מתיה ולעסקה יתהון לחיי עלמא ולמבני קרתא בירושלם, לשכללה היכלי בגבה ולמעקר פולחנה, נוכרעה מנערה ולעטבה פולחנה, די שמיה דאתרי, וימליך קודשה בריחו במלכותי ויקרי בחייכון ומייכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב אמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם על מי המיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה על שמי קודשה בריחו, נעלה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה ושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמרן בעל מה ואמרו אמן. על ישראל ועל רבנן ועל תלמידי הון ועל כל תלמידי הון ועל כל מן דעסקים באורייתא די והתרא קדיש האדם ודי וכל אתר ואתר. יהיה לו אנו לכון שלמה רבה חינה וחסדה ורחמי וחיין עריכין ומזנה רוויחי ופורקנה מן קדם אברון די וישמיה והרב אמרו אמן. יהיה שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים טובים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא ברחמיו יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן.
In honor of Nalzi, and this year when I was trying to think already ahead on what will be unique and different to the other years, I also wanted to reflect on the number 8 that I actually connected to during Chanukah. I felt that there was for every candle that I was lighting, I found that the number 8 and the symbolism of every year that we had to endure up until now, it's reflected to me while I was lighting a Chanukiah. I just got that idea. And as I was thinking about it even more, I also felt that every year that we've had up until now has really been very special and very different in handling such a loss on the one hand, and recovering and trying to move on. And I wanted to, dafka through Chanukah and through the process of the 8 days with the theme of Gvura that we have in Chanukah, I wanted to reflect a bit on that attribute of Gvura. We just came on Motzei Shabbat from an Erev Gvura for Emmanuel Moreno, a soldier that was killed in the Second Lebanese War. Character that we all grew up through his legacy. He was in Sayat Matkal and he served in the Mossad. To this day, no one, they don't publicize his face. No one knows what he looks like. I know him through his brother who was with me in Miluim, and through the name Moreno that we all grew up on. And it just came to me that what was said during that evening, during that Erev Gvura,